Hey everyone, it's time to talk about my favorite metal right now, and that's platinum. It used to be silver, now it's platinum. I've got a nice article that someone has written, a presentation. I want to share that with you. It's a guy, his name is, it's the bottom here, Dr. David Davis. I don't know his entire background, but he wrote this in February of 2020. And there's a couple of things I'd like to unpack in here. So I highlighted all of the important things in this presentation that I think we should go over. So let's start. On the supply side, South Africa produces 4.5 million ounces of the 6 million ounces of global production. I think that's key to know that. The market is of the view that there is an increasing risk of a decline in supply from South African PGM mines as Shaft's mines are reaching the end of their life and or have become economically unviable. So they're depleting. I am of the view that these risks, particularly electricity outages, will not abate for at least 5 years. Under these circumstances, the risk to the supply of PGMs from South African mines is to the downside. So he thinks downside supply risk, which obviously means higher prices if they were to materialize. So on the demand side, they're increasing the content, loading and loading ratios of palladium, platinum, and rhodium in autocatalysts to meet stricter limits. So demand's increasing from internal combustion engines, or so-called ICE. Secondly, by Dieselgate, which resulted in a loss of diesel market share from 2016, which in turn had an impact on platinum demand. The reason platinum is low on the demand side is from diesels. The Volkswagen scandal, they call it Dieselgate, has shifted the demand of platinum. Going on down here, hybrid diesel vehicles, which contain platinum as the primary metal in their autocatalysts, emit less CO2 and are more fuel efficient than petrol hybrid vehicles. Furthermore, hybrid vehicles, petrol and diesel, require additional loadings of palladium and platinum. In my view, it is inevitable that petrol and diesel internal combustion engines will likely be phased out faster than generally expected and will be replaced by BEVs, battery electric vehicles, and FCEVs, fuel cell electric vehicles, and a combination of hybrid vehicles. So he's thinking more loadings for stricter emissions from internal combustion engines, and on top of it, these electric vehicles, which are either hybrids and fuel cells, which both use a lot of platinum loadings, are going to drastically increase in sales coming up in the next few years. It should be noted that this demand is likely to increase exponentially as ICE, internal combustion engines, vehicles fall away and hybrids, BEVs, and FCEVs gain market share. Stepping into the minefield of simple forecasting, my calculations indicate that by 2022 and 2025, additional platinum demand of around 3,000 ounces and 1 million ounces, respectively, will be required. That is 300,000, a decent step for 2022, but a 1 million ounce demand increase by 2025 is huge in a market that only makes 6 million with declining supply. Here's a chart that we have. This is what he expects for electric vehicles on fuel cells. Look at the freaking growth on this thing. That is massive by 2025. And of course, we're right here. He wrote this in 2019. So this thing's about to explode higher. And hybrids as well. 2020 is over here. So this little chunk here is going to be massive. I mean, okay, so I'm going to try to go over this. 2020, they're about 10-15%, right, for hybrids and electric vehicles, the fuel cells. Over here, I don't know if this is possible, but they're saying that the petrol vehicles are declining to 10%, and that this is opening up to damn near, 85%. That is ridiculous. And maybe this won't come true. We'll see. Here's the market balance, and this is usually what I look at all the time. I look at that supply demand and what the deficit or surplus is. So looking at the market balance, on the macro long-term level, platinum has exhibited an average annual net market balance deficit of some 110,000 ounces and a total deficit of some 1.45 million ounces between 2007 and 2019, respectively. Wait, what? That's a little weird, right? Platinum is down massively, but it's experiencing a total deficit of 1.45 million ounces. Well, why is that? I note that both platinum and palladium have reflected annual deficits, which suggests both metals are exhibiting supply imbalances. Yet the price of palladium has skyrocketed and the price of platinum has been in free fall. Plainly, this situation is incongruent and flies against all financial norms. Financial markets are unlikely to misprice these metals forever. I attribute much of this phenomenon to negative market sentiment towards platinum, given its history. Really, that's it? Just negative market sentiment. Right now with platinum has sent it kind of much lower. We can use this. This is what we want. We've got some charts here. This is the market balance. Platinum on the left, palladium on the right. You can see quite a substantial deficit with palladium. We also see a substantial deficit with platinum as well. In fact, I mean, if you look at some of these ounces, these deficits are pretty big. I mean, this is 800,000, 600,000, and they're talking about increasing the demand of platinum on top of this, another million ounces by 2025. So if we're at a little market deficit here of 100,000 ounces in 2019, and I think we're at a little surplus, we're real balanced right now. This could blow out, and if investors jump on it, it's going to be ridiculous, the physical shortages that could happen on a short-term basis. Going down in this regard, I expect that platinum market balance to go into deficit by 2022, 2023 without the aid of investment demand. So it's going negative with no investment demand jumping on this thing. I note that Siboney-Stillwater anticipates a market balance surplus until 2022 and thereafter to revert to a continuous deficit which becomes considerable from 2025. This is the global platinum demand by application, and here's the supply. Obviously, we've got South Africa being the majority there. Auto catalyst is 37% here, but this is pretty diverse if you start looking into all this. And we've got investment at 10%. So it says, what do these trends imply and how they will impact the price of platinum? So continuous supply and demand market balance deficit after 2022, which accelerates from 2025. The price is, however, likely to trend upwards with some volatility prior to 2022. The primary supply from South Africa is in decline. The demand for platinum will accelerate significantly within the next 5 years as global environmental climate change pressures gain traction combined with ever-tightening vehicle tailpipe emission standards. I am of the view that the market share of FCEVs will increase more rapidly than generally accepted and be of similar growth of a hybrid and BE vehicles. Note that the growth between 2018 and 2019 was around 48% for hybrid and BE vehicles. And here's another good fact. Substitutions of palladium for platinum in petrol applications is on the cards. Substitution may well happen in as little as 2 years. This development will be positive for platinum demand. Just because of that large price difference between palladium and platinum, they're going to start swapping to platinum in petrol applications. So, what does all of this mean? Well, it means that we better get on it. We better start buying platinum when we gotta stack and stack efficiently. We need to get some money in it. I recommend obviously the physical platinum. That's my preference. I don't think it's smart to go into the mining companies, stack physical platinum. It's probably going to go higher probably from this point on. We are still in a decline of price in terms of charting perspective. That is going to break when we break the price of 1,050 or higher, is roughly where it's at. That means we are just starting an uptrend. So, my viewers, subscribers, I recommend that you purchase physical platinum. JM Bullion has a sales going on right now for $70 over spot, 1 ounce bars, Valcambi bars. Very good. I've been buying. I recommend that if you guys want to ride this train, I think it's worth it. We've got about, I would start accumulating now, irrespective of what the charts say. This platinum is a very rare metal. There's not a lot of investment bullion out there. So get your hands on it, hold on to it tight. We are about to start the ride in platinum. It is extremely cheap to all the other metals right now. So I don't know what you're waiting for. If you guys have any sort of doubts, leave it in the comment section. Let me know what is keeping you from buying physical platinum. I've been loading up. Now's the time. This is something that you need to start buying. This is Finding Value. Let me know what you think of this video clip. Comment, subscribe, and rate. Thank you.